TGC's here, baby. The big boys. Ha. Now you're probably wondering, why are we making this promo? Well, we decided to do this promo just to say a few things.
Oh, yeah?
To get some things off our chest. JJ Money's still in the hospital with his knee. Storm Hardy, like we said in the show last week, he attacked JJ Money at the PTA meeting, whooped his candy ass. We weren't there. We didn't find out about it till the next morning when he was in the hospital. But Storm, you'll have what's coming to you November 29th at November 30th at Clash of Contenders, when you have to face JJ Money, the AWF World Champion. And I have something to say about November 30th. I'm actually quite pissed about November 30th Clash of
Why is that?
Why is that? Because the best of the best, Colton Best, isn't scheduled on November 30th, Clash of Contenders. What kind of freaking blasphemy is that? Drew Boobington and the Corporate not having their AWF Heavyweight Champion on the card.
That's some bullshit. I can't believe that shit. All TGC should be there.
Yeah. That's damn straight. November 29th. Well, November 30th, excuse me.
29th.
Sorry, it was November 29th, but it's been rescheduled to November 30th. But November 30th is actually going to be a fun night because we have some brothers.
Hell yeah, we do. Oh!
We're not going to say how many. That's going to be a little surprise.
It's going to be 10. Just kidding.
But
find out.
There will be some new brothers of the TGC coming right here to the AWF to rep.
In less than a month.
To rep the Great Connection and whoop everybody's candy ass in the AWF, because we're here, we're taking over, we're the TG motherfucking C, the Great Connection, the only life for me. Now, what do you have to say, Pain?
Well, all I have to say is, do you even know if I'm scheduling a match that night?
Actually, I don't know. That's a good question. You're probably not, because the freaking Corporate is trying to destroy the TGC, even though we're holding the titles. The only one that I think is scheduled is JJ Money to defend his belt, because it's Clash of Contenders.
That makes no sense. Clash of Contenders, all the titles should be on the line, or at least every champ should be there. That makes no fucking sense why none of us would be there.
Drew Boobington has told me that Clash of Contenders is for the number one contenderships. And the only title that gets put on the line that night is the world title.
That is stupid as shit. That is so
No,
stupid.
it's Drew Boobington and the damn Corporate.
We need to do something about that. We need to go find his ass and tell him to put us on the fucking match card, because this is bullshit, man.
Well, guess what?
What?
I got some good news. Fuck Clash of Contenders. Fuck it. Because next week, we're going to be making a show. That's right. We're having a special show. TGC presents Saturday Night Adrenaline. And we're all going to be performing. That's going to be the night the TGC shines. And in the main event, I'm hearing that it's going to be a JJ Money TGC Open Challenge to anybody who wants to show up and try to beat JJ Money.
Is this only going to be for TGC members only, or is it going to be for outsiders outside of TGC?
Outsiders too, because
Okay.
We don't fight each other. We only fight outsiders. Because brothers don't fight. We stick together as one. That's why the TGC, we're an army of many.
Hell yeah, we will. We taking over too.
So, next week, tune in. TGC Saturday night adrenaline special show. Since Drew Boomington, the corporate, and everybody else wants to try to screw us and try to take us out of the... When the hell is the next show? In December? We get 2 months off practically. What kind of bullshit is this? They're trying to make us sit at home, not work out, get out of ring shape, and then
eat our fatty foods and shit, and drink our beers and shit,
and then put us in a match when we're not ready to get our asses beat. No, 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 no! That will not happen because we're the TGC and we're that damn great. Isn't that right? The pain specialist, Austin Payne, the AWF Elite Champion!
Well, actually, it's not the AWF Elite Champion. Remember, after that match, I changed it. So now it's the TGC Elite Champion.
That's right. The TGC Elite Championship, just like this.
And all of you folks already know that after 3 weeks, the 4th week, somebody could challenge me for this. So, you know, if one of my brothers here want to try to take it from me, they can. But I doubt that'll happen. I'll just probably somebody will probably just lay down for me, and I'll just 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. That's the Instill Elite Champion, Austin Payne. TGC Adrenaline. So, besides that, I think that's all I have to say for now. I'm pretty pissed off at this damn corporate shit.
Same here, but here's one thing I want to say. Storm, you may say how you don't want to go for this title again. I know how you held this title, but it was a different one, and it wasn't the real one, the actual company one and shit. And it was the Extreme title or whatever the fuck it was, and how you don't want to rematch at it. You still have your rematch clause. Remember that. Next week, you better be here, because that's your last chance to get this gold back again. Because if you don't come back, me and your mama are going to get it on.
Storm, just to let you know, JJ Money ain't the only one that tapped your mom that night.
I got a little poo tape.
I'm sure he remembers that night because I remember that night. JJ definitely remembers that night. So you shouldn't be only pissed at JJ Money. You should be pissed at all of us. So we dare you to come try to attack us. Because we'll make you think twice before you mess with the best. Because when you mess with the best, you die like the rest. And what happens?
What happened? You go home in the body bag.
That's motherfucking right. You get
along with me. If you try to attack me, you know I'm the fucking pain specialist. And you know how halfway through a match, I get my game on, and I come back and whoop some ass, because, you know, I be getting my ass kicked at the beginning every night in this here ring, but like, you know, I always come back and whoop the other person's ass that keeps knocking me down, and you know, I pain up and whoop your ass. I'll even give you a little kick in the face, too. So you better be prepared, Storm, because next weekend is your last chance for this. Because after that, you are not eligible to go for this title ever again in your wrestling career.
Storm, we dare you to come to our show. Next week, TGC Adrenaline. Because none of your corporate bitches will be there to save your candy ass. When Austin Payne is here to take you out to the pain clinic and show you what pain is all about. Because he's the pain specialist, I'm the best. JJ Money's the money, and I'm pretty sure he wants to get his filthy hands all over you. But he'll have to wait till November 30th.
And how about this, Storm? Just to give you a little pre-warm-up, if you're here, I'll put this towel on the line and get you in a one-on-one, no-holds-barred match, because I'm the pain specialist. And then you'll be in the second match that night, except we'll really test you to see if you've got what it takes to be all by yourself. I'm making a match for next week. It's going to be a 1-on-2 match. Tornado tag. Even though you're not going to have a partner. And it's going to be you versus the pain specialist, Austin Payne, and the best of the best, Colt Best. And we will really test to see if you've got what it takes to be by yourself. If not, I suggest you find a partner soon. Because we'll be there to whoop your ass every fucking show.
Last week, we were in 2 matches. The first match, we whooped Blaze and Lucci's ass.
Dead man. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, to me, it's Lucci.
Yeah, same here.
We whooped both their candy asses. And then we were in the main event against the New Age. GX. And that was one hell of a match, I have to say. That could be match of the year.
Who knows?
But we outdid them. Everyone knows that because we always outdo everybody. It might have been a draw, but in my book and everybody else's book that I know of, we won. We stole the show. We were the ones left with the gold. We were the ones that walked out with our heads held high. And GX broke up.
Wasn't that interesting? Almost near the end that happened, Storm just couldn't take it anymore, whoop his partner's ass. I mean, it was a perfect time for us just to sit there, relax, and watch Storm tear apart that little pussy winkle of a person. John Ethan, I mean, he was trying to bring the pain, but he just couldn't because he's not the pain specialist. And I find it funny how we tell him every show, you need to quit kicking, but all he could think about is, I'm gonna kick you. To be honest and truthful, why does he even wrestle here anymore if that's all he's gonna do is kick? He hardly punches. He always goes for his legs for help and advice. And then every time he gets his ass kicked, he wonders why. Why did I get my ass kicked? Why did I lose that match? Well, it's because, Storm, see, all you know how to do is be like Rey Mysterio or a luchador. Sin Cara, Rey Mysterio, any luchador out there, all you know how to do is use your fucking legs. Your mind must be freaking stupid up there if you ask
Storm.
me. You gotta use your fist too.
Storm, if you were a smart man like this guy, like me, like JJ Money, like Stephen Cage, the TGC founder, all the way from good old Houston, Texas. Woo! Woo! You would know by now, if you want to win, if you want to have success in this underground wrestling federation or any federation, you got to have a brotherhood. And you know what? We found the recipe to a brotherhood that will never be destroyed by anyone, and that is the Great Connection. Now, I'm not saying this is an invitation to Storm, but I'm telling you, Storm, right now, if you crawl on your knees, kiss our feet,
and beg us
to be in the Great Connection,
we might have a bit of a little spot for you.
We might have some sympathy for you, and we might want to show you the way. And we might want to take you down the path of greatness, just maybe. He knows what the path of greatness is all about.
Woo! And True Lewington, you're constant every week trying to get rid of the Great Connection. You know, I find that fucking funny as how you say that you're going to come back. About a month ago or so, you came back and then back in the hospital again?
That was fast.
Yeah. He says he wants to be a wrestler, but yet he can't even take a beating like a man.
He can't even take a motherfucking bump.
He can't take nothing. He takes a bump and bam, it's like that old son of a bitch is hurt again. Back in the hospital like he had a heart attack or some shit.
Drew Boovington, here's a little advice. We all know you're afraid of the Great Connection by now. It's no wonder why you haven't came, because ever since JJ Money has been here, ever since the TGC has taken over, you have been scared to come back. You came back. JJ Money whooped your candy ass all over your arena.
And now you're in the hospital saying you're coming back on the 30th, which we all know that's going to be a short reign again. Unless, of course, you get some help or something on trying to be a wrestler like you say you're going to be. There ain't no way in hell you could come back and stay for at least a month without one of us beating the shit out of you and sending you back to the hospital because you're freaking old as shit, don't know how to do anything.
Drew Boovington needs to not worry about becoming a wrestler. What you need to be worrying about, Drew Boovington, is getting some better talent to take on the Great Connection, to take these belts off our waist, which that'll never happen. But
yeah, especially with this one. Since it's TGC after the fourth week.
This is TGC property now, baby.
Only TGC for 3 weeks could challenge for this title, and then the fourth week
be TGC property.
And then the fourth week, any other wrestler could challenge for this. So it's gonna take a hell of a lot of guys to try to get this back in AEW.
That's damn true. That's damn true. But listen here, Boovington. We all know you're afraid of us. So why not
a chicken shit?
Just come here,
grow some balls.
Grow some balls. Okay?
Instead of having a pussy, because we all know you have one down there.
Stop hiding in your closet. Come out of the closet. Stop hiding behind CX Classic.
And the AWF wrestlers. And confront us. Hell, maybe even you get a 10-second open window and you could beat the shit out of one of us before the other do.
Actually, he shouldn't even be trying to beat us. Because like I was saying, he needs to go get some better talent to take us on, because there is no talent in this business right now.
Yeah, I've taken out pretty much all of them at least once. So has he. So has JJ Money.
What's left for the Great Connection? Well, I tell you what's left for the Great Connection. We're going to reign supreme here in the AWF. We're going to make this bitch ours, destroy it, flatten it out, and then ride off in our victorious glory up the road to Salem, Oregon. And you know what's in Salem, Oregon, my friend.
WCWC.
West Coast Wrestling Connection. That's our next stop. That's our next challenge for the TGC. And that's to take over the WCWC. And trust me, we will take it by storm. We will make an impact. We will be electrifying. They won't even know what hit them. They think we have all the gold right now. Wait till we get to WCWC. We're taking all the fucking gold there. Wherever we go, we take all the gold. Because like I've said before, we're gold rushers. We seek beauty. It's a proven fact.
We also, since we're gold rushers, we also seek out for being in the main event instead of being in the first match or the second or third or however many matches you want to do for the main event.
We're the fucking main eventers here.
Yeah, we're freaking main event, motherfuckers. You better fucking believe that shit. That we want a fucking main event. We don't want to be in this. JJ, I'm sure as hell no, JJ don't want to come back and at the 30th, the November 30th show. He doesn't want to be in the freaking third match or second or first or fourth. He wants to be in the main event. Hell, Drew Billington, right now, I want you to put us in a main event match. We're not going to have one main event that night. We're having two. First main event, JJ Money versus that Storm Hardy Bingo Bitch Punk for the world title. But also, in a 2-on-2 tag team elimination match, we're going to have the Pain Specialist and the best, Austin Payne and Colt Best versus your two best guys that you can think of in your damn head.
Yeah, and you know what? We'll put the AWF TGC tag team titles on the line.
Will.
Because everybody knows we are still the current tag team champs, even though there is no tag team titles. We beat the New Age for.
And the funny thing is, their YouTube title is a tag team title. Why don't they just get another one? Then we can have legit tag team titles, and they can take one of the titles back at their fucking place and make that the YouTube title.
That's true. But who cares? We don't need gold. We don't need those tag team championships because we already have our main titles right here.
Yeah, JJ's got the first main title. He's got the second main title. As far as I'm concerned, I got the third main title. Johnny Tit's got the fourth.
As far as I'm concerned, no matter who's the champion, whether JJ Money's world champion, whether I'm heavyweight champion, whether you're elite champion, as long as we have these titles inside our brotherhood, we're all champions. And that's the bottom line, because Colton Best said so.
Hell yeah, it is. Do you have anything else to say other than...
I don't know, this video's already at 22 minutes. What else can we say that we're the best? And at November 30th, even though we're not booked, we will be there. And we
may not be booked, but like I said, Drew Billington needs to make their second main event, because I don't care if he doesn't want to or not. We're going to make another
We're the
event.
superstars of this business. We're the one that puts the views on YouTube. So by having us not on your show is just like stupidity.
Yeah, it is.
You want the best views? You book us. You book the TGC. Ooh. We're the gateway to the future. And we're that damn great.
If you want to try to break us up, I'm sorry. We're TGC for life. You ain't ever gonna take us out. Even if you could take one of us out, we're still, that one person's still gonna come back. No matter if they're injured or not, they're gonna be there by the TGC, their brotherhood side, the TGC, whether they're injured or not. It doesn't matter. The TGC will always be there for each other, unless of course they're in the same match or they have separate matches. It still doesn't matter. Even if I'm in a one-on-one match against Storm and Colt's in a one-on-one match against somebody else for the next match, we're going to be sure to make our presence felt. And if we can't do that at the beginning, we'll do that in the middle of the match. So it doesn't matter what you guys want to try to do or what you stupid assholes want to say. We will never, ever break up. We will never, ever leave. And if we do leave, we'll just come back when there's new people that we think could stick up to us, and we'll try to somewhat whoop our ass. We'll come back and whoop their ass and then leave again, because there's no more other competition again. You need, Drew Billington, you need to get your head out of your ass. You need to grow some balls. You need to call one of the TGC members out and at least get your chance to at least beat us up for a couple minutes before we finish your ass off, because we know you can't wrestle or shit, and you proved it the past 2 times. The first time he was on vacation, he left before the TGC even came, because he knew we were coming, and he didn't want nothing of us. And the second time he came, he was standing in the ring.
You know,
With the best of the best, Colt Best and the Money, JJ Money. And JJ Money beat the shit out of him for a minute, leaving him in the ring, face down, injured. Because he's just that old and he doesn't know how to wrestle worth shit. So, Drew, I liked it. We had all the TGC, even the AWF superstars, backstage and at home and everything. Want to see your ass come back. Want to see you grow some balls instead of having a pussy down there, because that's what you are, the pussy. So we want to see your ass come back. We want to see you get the balls, finally, to call us out and hell, maybe even have a match against one of us to get a little bit of your anger out, and then lose, of course, and get your ass handed to you. We want to see you man up and be the man that we all know you can be. Well, TGC doesn't know that because you proved that you're not man enough to come to the show and be there to let the superstars know that, hey, I'm here, and if you have any questions or anything, or there's someone you want in a match, someone you want to beat up or whatever, or have an interview with, I'm here for you to make that happen. But no, he sends out CX Classic to do all his work because he apparently doesn't have the balls, and of course he's out till 30th, like a little bitch he is. So he sends them out, and then he makes his own little thing to try to take us out, the corporation, which we don't know, they haven't had any success yet. I don't think they ever will. They might every once in a while have one success, but it's not going to help them out. I mean, last week you saw me and Colt Best against some of their corporate members of the AWF corporate, Blaze and Lucci E in here, and we whooped their ass, and they weren't such a great team after all. We were communicating with each other. When one of us was starting to get a little tired and we needed some fresh air, we tagged in them. Not really much of anything. One of them stayed in longer than the other because the other just couldn't take it anymore. And Blaze, it didn't look like Blaze wanted to team up with Dead Manny, did it?
No, it did not. They did not look like a team at all.
No.
But, you know, I was just thinking when you're talking about Drew Lewington.
Yes.
Before I came back with JJ Money and the TGC, I was kind of friends with Drew Lewington at the beginning.
Yeah, we all were.
Yeah. And, you know, he told me some interesting things.
Like what?
I'm not going to go into it right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave it at that. But the main thing is my last match.
Your last match.
It was supposed to be my last match at WrestleFest.
Which it was CWF then.
It was CWF back then. And it was against Triple X.
Which I gotta admit, he put on a hell of a match that night. Seeing as how even though you won, still, that was, in my books, that was one of his best matches in the CWF/AWF.
I agree, that was one fantastic match.
And then the match I was in against Prince John, freaking Mr. X interfering, like really? He becomes...
I didn't get the point of that.
Me neither. He becomes the new king.
And then we don't see him again.
The new king? Where the hell is the king?
Where is he?
Yeah, he's just like his quote-unquote father, King David, who doesn't want to come back and have more matches with us and become popular again. Cut promos and shit. Send him to wrestling company he wants to wrestle for, so they could go, oh,
King
yeah.
David ain't got shit on us.
Yeah, I know.
Dude. He couldn't even tie my wrestling boots.
And the funny thing is, that match, Prince Jonathan even
us.
admitted that I almost broke his neck. When he knows, when you come to the CWF, which is now AWF, you're dealing with the best of the whole show, no matter if it's me, Colt, anybody in the business. You gotta come with your head up. You gotta make sure that you know who you're fighting with. Watch their videos so you can tell how they wrestle. And of course, he's stupid for not realizing that I'm a pretty hardcore person. I'll take you to the limit in most
You're the
matches.
pain specialist.
Yeah. I almost broke his neck. See, that's where his smartness comes into play. I almost broke your neck. What can you do to make sure that doesn't happen? Maybe work on some neck exercises or something. Get it a little better built and shit instead of like a twig. Hell, if I wanted to, I had known during that match, I would have gone ahead and broke your neck. Put you out of... Have you be gone for the business for years. Never ever come back again. But no, but when I knew that was going to happen, I knew that we would need him, but does it look like we need him?
No, we do not need him. That's a damn fact. But...
And the funny thing is I look at it this way. We had Prince John there that night. Did we have Little John there?
No, they weren't there.
Little John wasn't there. I don't think Showtime was there either. So, look at it this way. After WrestleFest, the three people that have left the business and have yet to come back is Prince John, now known as supposedly King John, Little John, and Showtime. They're nowhere to be found. We don't know where they are. Of course, Boomington and John Ethan don't know where they are.
I know where Showtime is.
Where's Showtime?
Showtime is in Palm Springs.
What is he doing in Palm Springs?
He's wrestling at a federation called SPW.
SP. He'd rather go to SPW than be here, even though he's supposed to be a part of the show.
Supposedly, he only had a one-day contract.
A one-day motherfucking contract, that makes absolutely no sense.
It does make sense when I am going to tell you what I know because of Drew
What
Lewington.
do you know?
Well, Drew Lewington told me before my last match, well, it was supposed to be my last match with Triple X. I was backstage getting ready for my match. Drew Lewington comes to me, making sure I'm ready.
Of course, you're always ready.
Of course, because I'm Colton Best, the best. And he tells me that he is having money problems funding the AWF. And I think that's why he's not here. Because he's having troubles funding the AWF. But I know something else.
And what is that?
He hinted to me
Yes?
that night
What do you hint to? We all want to know. What do you
that
hint to?
something need to happen. That
Which
something electrifying, something like a nuclear bomb needed to happen to the AWF. And then before he left, he handed me a piece of paper that said TGC. Now he knew I was starting a bond with these brothers online called the TGC. So isn't this kind of weird? And then that's when I knew it had to happen.
You knew that your final match, what was supposed to be your final match, which really wasn't your final match, but it was for a while.
It was for a while.
That after that, when, of course, he beat Triple X, like always, because all of our wrestlers, when it's their last match of their career in the business, they're going to freaking win, no matter what. Even if they lose, the manager's going to come out and be like, restart the match. That's not how it's supposed to happen. He ended up winning, and then after that, a couple months down the road, he was thinking, we should start TGC. That's when he got JJ money. Then, of course, later on, about a couple weeks ago or so, he got me. And that night, when I won this title, I was already planning on doing it. It was supposed to be a surprise, but somehow some little rat in the system told him, and it wasn't me, it wasn't you, it was none of us. Some rat told him, apparently, or a little birdie or whatever, that I was going to TGC, and he got all pissed off about it and threatened to not do that pay-per-view that night. But the only person that could make him come to his senses was not, it wasn't you, it wasn't JJ, it was nobody in TGC or AWF, it was the Elite Champ, the Pain Specialist, Austin Payne. I made him come to his senses, and we did the pay-per-view that night. So that kind of gives me a little hint of what John Ethan's really about. It makes me wonder if he is my little bitch. I'm supposed to be JJ's little bitch, but apparently that whole charade's over, so, because we're brothers and all. But it kind of makes me wonder if that night, when he was just like, okay, we'll do the show after me talking to him and saying what I said that night, it makes me wonder if I get to control what happens with him. That he's my quote-unquote bitch. It makes me wonder a lot of things, because the past couple of shows, he hasn't been wanting to wrestle me, really. Haven't you noticed that?
This is true.
So there's something going on that I'm not really quite getting. And if he was here right now, which he's not, he's probably at home fapping off or some stupid shit.
Jizzing all over the walls.
Fucking his dad or some shit. If he was here, I would call him out and ask him if that's really what's going on. If he's really my bitch, because, you know, if that was the thing, then I would have him here every show and have him be taking care of people for me that I don't like, or I would have him here to manage somebody or something, not have him be wrestling anymore, because really we don't want to see him anymore wrestle. We want to see Drew Lewington, or I should say Boobington, wrestle, which, like we all say, I don't think that's going to happen. Drew Boobington needs to come out for that 30th show and admit to all of us that those sayings, the supposed rumors that he's becoming a wrestler are false. Because we all know he doesn't know how to wrestle or shit. He's a general manager, for Christ's sake. He has gray hair. He's fucking old. Why the hell would he want to wrestle?
Not only is he old, but he has no hair on his face. It's like he's an old man with a baby face.
I know.
And
that's funny as shit.
Like you said, he can't wrestle worth shit.
Yeah, because every time he comes out here, one of us gets pissed off and whoops his ass.
JJ Money humiliated him last week. Well, the week before last. At Halloween Havoc.
I found that funny. Really funny. It was hilarious.
But before we are done,
and before we go back to the TGC hotel, drink us some beer and get us some po-tang pie and clean our belts up real good.
We do have those hoes waiting in the hotel room out like always.
We do. They're always there for us.
But I got some breaking news from John the Boss Ethan through email today, actually.
What's this breaking news that you talk of from John the Boss Ethan?
Supposedly,
which really he isn't the boss anymore. He's only John Ethan.
Supposedly, our promoters, the TGC promoters that promote us, were talking to the AWF promoters.
Did we tell those assholes to talk to them? If I go behind our backs and shit, we should teach them a lesson, man.
We should. But I hear
Yes.
we might be starring in a movie.
Right?
Yeah. Called, well, I don't know what it's called, but I heard from John that they want to make a AWF TGC entertainment film. A comedy film. Not sure what it's about. He was just telling the TGC about it. I didn't respond back to it. I'm not sure if this is a trick or if this is for real. But if it's for real, what do you think about this? TGC, AWF, TGC entertainment films?
It's supposed to be comedy and shit?
Yeah, it's a comedy movie, supposedly.
How the fuck are we gonna make it a comedy when TGC and AWF hate each other?
I don't know. But are we trying to be like WWE or something?
Hell no. We're not like any of them.
Next thing you know, we're going to have Bloody Eyes featuring AC Blood or something like that, and have a horror movie like Kane and See No Evil.
That'll just be pathetic as shit. If we're gonna make a movie, it's not gonna be like that. It's gonna be the way we want to do it, and when we want to do it, and how we want to do it.
Yeah. That's true. Well, I guess we'll find out more about that when the time comes.
I think we're about done with this and getting everything that we have in our mind off our chest.
For now.
For now. And of course, that little thing that was supposed to happen tonight where anybody come out and challenge me for his title, yeah, that's over. Good luck the next 2 months. Ain't no one get a challenge for this. Not till next year. Oh! I'm getting a little bit breaking news here. Coming from the people backstage, the TGC people. There's been breaking news that, and Blaze, you better be in a match the 30th, because there's breaking news for you. Your older brother Blade, he's coming back. He's coming for you.
Oh, shit.
And the thing is you might not know it. Nobody else might not know it, Blaze. But he's looking to end your career in the AWF and have you be gone forever. Never to wrestle again. Therefore, he could stay for a couple months and be gone like you and never wrestle again. So you better watch your back, Blaze. And if you're in any match, no matter what match you're in, who you're facing, Blade will be there halfway through it, so you better be ready for your ass to get whooped during your matches. Starting from the November 30th till Blade finally ends your AWF career to no longer wrestle again.
So, before we cut off, we should start playing our music right about now.
Okay, backstage, guy, go!
Okay, well, that's it for us.
Hell yeah.
You
We got bitches to fuck at the hotel and shit.
we
beer
got
drink.
bitches to fuck in
And
the
our
hotel.
producers to clean our belts up here.
Shine
real
it
good.
up. But, yeah, you might see another video from us tomorrow. You never know. You never know what we might do. We're unpredictable.
We might cut promos by ourselves. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Next week, TGC presents. Don't forget, we got a show. Drew Bloomington will be at November 30th, whether you like it or not.
And we expect a match that
We
night.
expect a match. We want to tag up.
Second main event, tag team match. We'll put our tag team titles on the line. Doubt anybody will win them, but we'll be generous and do that. So expect us there for November 30th. I'm the Pain Specialist, Austin Payne. This is my buddy
Colton Best.
The
best of the best. And when you mess with the best, you die like the rest, and you get sent home in the motherfucking
bag.
That's right. Body bag.
And when you mess with me, you may get lucky, but more 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna leave you going home in pain. Waking up the next day hurting like a motherfucker. This has been a TGC production.
Entertainment.
Whatever
you want to
I'm Austin Payne. This is Colton Best. TGC full life. We peacing. We got bitches to fuck back in the hotel. Our titles to get cleaned up and beer to drink. We're out of here.